Okay, today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We are going to go down the street to the farm at the end of the road, which is going up for auction next week. I have very mixed emotions on this. No, I don't. My emotions are that I'm worried. Anytime they sell a farm around here, I get a little worried, but we're gonna go see what's going on. I know there's a historic home on there. I know that because I've seen it in my book. So, it's the Duvall farm. This is the house that's on the property, built between 1811 and 1815, which is awesome. So I'm very excited to go look and see what it looks like. The description of it makes it sound really good, but this book was written in 2003, so it's been 20 years. You just never know. Also, I don't know if the person who wrote this book, I don't know when they were referencing. They said it had been like how pretty it had looked and how nice it had looked, but that could have been 50 years ago. So we'll see. A lot of times these old houses don't age well, especially because this is a working farm, and if anybody was even living in the house, it probably was not the people who owned the property. So we'll see. So the farm is divided up into 3 tracts. The first tract is 22 acres and it's right at the top of the road, so that probably will go for more money. The second tract has a modern regular 2,000 square foot home and about 84 acres, and that also includes barns, the lake, and obviously crop ground. Tract 3 is the historic home that is 3,500 square feet. It's 68 acres. It also has barns, cropland, modular home, and it has a lot of creek frontage. Tract 1 on the left. So is there land just on the left, or is it on the right too?
I don't know. Maybe it's just one time. What?
Why are you getting rocks out?
I don't remember.
It's a competition.
It's the competition.
Should have taken out there.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I mean, this is an old farm.
Yeah.
There's I got to take care of.
Yeah.
You flat tires all the time. Look at all them tires. Got piles of tires everywhere.
Oh, look at it. So pretty. Oof. All right. So pretty. Well, I don't feel like any of the houses that old are in great shape, honestly.
Well, I know.
I don't know if anybody's been living here either, but I want to see here. Look at the... That's so cool.
Foundation.
Yeah. Sitting up on top of the hill, we read in my historical book that all the bricks for the house were fired right here on the farm. It's cool though. So then this was an addition. Oh, it's just so pretty out here. So this is all the way at the end of our street. This is what it dead ends into. I wish we could get this place. Aww. The only bad thing about seeing houses like this is then I'm like, we can make it so pretty. I could see us sitting here, you know.
Nice back there.
I just like, you know, it's just so nice. Interesting. Has that old house smell.
Yeah, somebody probably did live in here.
Yeah, it's got some problems upstairs, but I love the woodwork over the doors. Interesting wallpaper.
Like all the tractor toys on the shelf. They do cows? I don't think they do.
The original farm, it said the Duvalls were known for their Holstein cows. Like, oh, that was just the door closing. Look at that, cool.
Hello.
That's just cool. Anybody here? Fireplace, but no fireplace. Boo. Interesting.
Thanks everyone, some great choices there, especially that JT pick.
This is pretty nice lake back there.
And the potential for his legacy.
So let's start from the beginning. Where did your love for the game of golf?
I'm not gonna film that. No.
It's pretty fun. Think they did that on purpose?
I don't know. This is a big kitchen.
This is not right. Is this the addition?
This is not what was said in the original, like in the historic thing at all. So
They're not doing an open house here today. Maybe this isn't even the same place.
we're just in somebody's house right now.
Yeah. Let's walk
That'd be
around
funny.
see what else.
Let's walk around someone's house. I don't think so. Let's check it out.
Oh god.
The high ceilings.
Reminds you of something, doesn't it?
Yeah, this reminds me of the. It's not the. Yeah, that's kind of almost like that one house,
Better.
but it's not the same layout at all.
No. It's
But
just
yeah,
similar.
the staircase. We got some.
Oh, jeez.
We got some damage.
That's an old.
Yeah, there's some mold and water damage. Oh gosh, that's like scary.
Oh god, that is scary.
It's not so good. What is that? Must be, is that old chimney?
Must be.
Interesting. That's.
I mean, a lot of times it's just like unbent. Like.
Okay. This is probably the coolest room so far. The views though. We look at a lot of old houses from doing real estate, and it can be kind of sad. Bummer. The little door. Oh, I even have to duck. So this one's a very nice house.
I'm not worried about that kind of shit.
Yeah, these are the people, because see the covered one?
Oh,
They used to drive down our street. Every once in a while you'd see someone come down the street in one of these. That's so funny, they have like car seats in it. That's pretty much it.
Tractor.
Who?
When they helped me pull out that
Yeah.
truck that was delayed. He'd like to tell you it's his tractor. That ain't his tractor.
Sharing some colorful stories about the people. See, so if we buy this track, I can put my horses here.
That stuff is no way
Okay, so we're talking about the fact that
Full
on
town,
these
full
farms, a lot of times everything's kind of stacked up on top of each other. Like the houses, you'll have multiple houses kind of close because, well, it's a working farm. That's just the way it is. But when they go to sell it, it's like everything's kind of close. So the creek's back there, but there's no good access to it. Looks like, you know.
It's somewhere.
I'm not walking.
It's not here.
So the auction is in 1 week. All right, what did you think of the house? I have been in a lot of historic homes around here, and when we have a lot of them and they are so cool, usually they are not well kept. They're on properties where people just kind of don't live in them, and they're just left open to the elements, and it's really sad, especially someone who really loves old houses, to walk into them and be like, no, like they're falling down. Sometimes they can't even be saved, really. And whoever buys that property is going to buy it for farming. So I doubt they'll be dumping a lot of money into the house. But whatever, this isn't about like a house or anything. I'm glad, I feel so relieved that the farm is not going to be chopped up and turned into a subdivision. That's like one of my main fears, is that we're going to all of a sudden find ourselves in the middle of the city. So that's not happening. It's still going to be used for farming. Makes me feel a lot better. I'm excited to go to the auction next week because I have not been to one. I asked if you need to pre-register. He said no. He said you just show up. If you win, you have to give them 10% right there. And they take personal check. So I find in this county, things are a lot more lax. So I've been to courthouse auctions. I went to ones in Louisville, which is the city, and there you have to like pre-register, prove that you have money, do all this stuff. And I've been to ones at our courthouse, and literally they said, no, just go ahead and bid and we'll work it out. So it's a lot more like handshaky. Okay, so what I want to know from you is, what do you think these tracts are gonna sell for? We have the 22 acre tract at the top of the hill by the road, the modern home in 84 acres, and then the historic home and 68 acres with a creek. Guesses? Well, we'll see if you're right. Thanks for coming with me, and excited to go see that. That's pretty much it.